difference between them versus you. And working, sometimes there's multiple people hired for the same position. Let's say it's 5 people. Out of those 5 people, what's the difference between you versus them? Parkinson's law, for some who don't know, is about, me and you, the same people. We got the same 24 hours. I can get something done in 10 hours. You may be able to get something done in 20 hours. What's the importance on that? Let's talk about it. Well, the importance on that is sometimes is that as people, we don't push ourselves enough. Sometimes most people would say, like, almost like your cell phone, we're using it maybe 10% cable capacity or maybe 20% that you're actually using the capabilities of your phone. How do you feel about our human existence? Do you feel like we're using ourselves 50%, 70%, 100% potential? Right? If you thought we were using ourselves at 50 to 100% potential, you're mistaken. It's more like 5 to 10% or 15% for most people that we're actually using our capabilities. And that's the part that's weird. Parkinson's law studies show that you could have 2 people the same age, same weight size, everything. You could have 2 different employees, one working harder and faster and one just going through the motions. There was a study done at a restaurant where there was a lady that worked in a restaurant in Montana at a diner, and she served 20, 30 people a day. And then you had another server at a restaurant in New York, and she served 200 people a day. So when the person that the small diner had like 20 people come in, she would be overwhelmed. She would be feeling like this is too much. How come all these customers are here at one time? And then you had the person that worked in New York that she would sit 10, 20 people, every 15, 20 minutes at her restaurant, in New York, because it was just so much busy. What's the difference in between those 2 people? One person was not used to having that heavy traffic, maybe sitting 20, 30 people a day. And now, because she's pushed by having a demand of an influx of people, now she doesn't know how to operate, and now she doesn't know how to be. What's the difference in these 2 people? There could be no difference at all. You know what I mean? Besides one just used to only serving 20, 30 people a day, and one serving 200 or 300 people in one day. So they have a different muscle that they've worked. So like almost one in the gym is just doing 3 sets of 10, and feeling, oh man, I'm tired. I just did 3 sets of 10 in the gym. And then you got somebody that's doing 6 sets of 15, you know what I mean? And they're ripping it and they're ready to go because they keep working that muscle of working harder and putting, their best effort in every single day. So there's several people that go through the motions at their job, and there's several people that make the motion happen. Which one do you want to be at your job? Which one do you want to be in your life? Which one do you want to be in your kid's life?